is committing your goals to writing. The secret is important for 5 reasons, and so I want to tell you what these reasons are and see if I can't get you to commit to writing down your goals. The first reason is because it forces you to clarify what you want. Imagine setting out on a trip with no particular destination in mind. How are you going to pack? How are you going to know what road to take? How do you know once you've gotten there? We don't do that. Instead, we start by picking a destination. And the same is true with the milestones in your life. Writing down your goals forces you to select something specific and decide what you want. And second, it's because writing them down will help you because it will motivate you to take action. Writing down your goals is only the beginning. Articulating your intention is important, but it's not enough. And this is where I agree with Tommy Woodward from the Skit Guys this morning. You can't just write them down. You have to then execute on your goals. You have to take action. I found that writing down my goals and reviewing them regularly provokes me to take the next most important action. Especially when I see them on my mirror about March and I think, haven't worked on that one yet. And reason 3 is because it provides a filter for other opportunities. And I find this really, really true when it comes to Emanuel, for me. Because the more successful we become, the more we receive more and more opportunities. And in fact, these new opportunities can quickly become distractions that can pull us off course. And the only antidote to that is to know and maintain a list of written goals by which we can evaluate the new opportunities. So I write down my goals for Emanuel because all of the time we're getting good ideas from folks in the congregation. I get calls from the local community, from other people that want us to do one project or another. And I go back to those list of goals and say, is this something that we set out to do, or is this something that's just going to take us away and distract us from our goals as a faith community? And so writing them down helps us focus on what's important and set aside and say no with confidence to a lot of the stuff that might come at us that isn't that important. And the 4th reason is because it helps overcome resistance. Every meaningful intention or dream or goal encounters resistance. I know my goal of going to the gym, resistance every day, especially when it's raining or when it's snowing or when it's nice outside. Resistance. From the moment you set a goal, I know you all feel it, I feel it, but if you focus on the resistance, it gets stronger. I say this probably every other week. What we focus on increases. So the way to overcome that resistance is to focus on the goal, the thing that you want. Stephen Pressfield's book, Do the Work, is a good book that talks about this topic. So if we have the goal in front of us and we keep seeing it, it helps us focus on that and not on the resistance we feel just inside us to not do our goal. And the last reason is because it helps us to see and celebrate our progress. Life is hard, and it's particularly difficult when you don't see any progress. You feel like you're working yourself to death and going nowhere. But writing your goals down puts little mile markers along the way, like when you're on a trip and you see the next mile marker, you know you're getting closer to the kid's house or to grandma's house or to wherever we're going when we see those mile markers. And that's what the goals are when they're posted on your refrigerator or on your mirror. They enable us to see how far we've come and how far we still have to go. And they also provide an opportunity to celebrate when we attain them. I know I had a young friend who I'm Facebook friends with, and over Thanksgiving, she had posted her goals at the beginning of last year, and one of them was weight loss, and on Thanksgiving, she had finally reached it. I don't know how she's doing post-Thanksgiving, but on Thanksgiving, she reached her goal, and she celebrated by letting everyone know on Facebook that she had finally reached it after 11 months of working on it, and we all celebrated with her. And over Advent, we worked on making a place in our hearts for the small infant of God's love to be born there. But God didn't just send us a baby, did he? He sent us a human being that the gospel tells us grew in body and spirit. And just as Christ grew, we must grow as well and continue to nurture ourselves in being mature bearers of God's love. And we must be intentional about it. And as I said earlier, Paul in his letter to the Colossians wrote down a standard by which we can evaluate how we're doing spiritually. The measurement of love that Paul gives us is compassion, kindness, humility, quiet strength, discipline, and an even-temperedness. So with that as a starting place, I'd like once again this year to take us through a brief exercise like I did last year to help us visualize how you want to grow in this coming year and just what changes you want to make. So the first thing, before we even write our goals down, is we have to visualize what those goals should be. So I'd like you all to take a moment and relax. When you do these visualizations, you're supposed to put your feet flat on the floor, no crossed legs, and just take a deep breath. Close your eyes. Deep breath in and let it out. One more in and out. Okay, with eyes closed. Now, let God begin to form a picture in your imagination of your ideal life. If you don't see a picture, allow yourself to just feel how you want to be inside yourself, such as happy, confident, in control. Start by imagining your life in the future, a year from today. As this vision evolves, let it take its own shape and form. What you see may surprise you, and it's fine if that happens. Just relax and let your imagination work for you here. See or sense your life as if you were a third party looking at it from the outside. You may see specifics or just have an overall impression. Either one is okay. Take the time to allow a clear awareness of your future life to occur to you. In this vision of your life, see that your life flourishes because your true strengths and talents are evident to you and to everyone else. This life allows your strengths and passions to shine through your daily work and your interactions. And as a result, your life attracts those people you want most to have in it. See that your life is based on the Christ light growing inside you each and every day. Allow this light to be at the center of your vision. Your life fits within your best understanding of the future. It reflects your unique strengths, your talents, and is oriented around your Christ light shining very brightly. As you imagine this vision, let it be big and compelling enough that you feel very, very drawn to it. Let this vision encompass all aspects of work and family and friendships. Imagining a life that is fulfilling and extremely energizing for you. A life that you want to jump out of bed every morning to greet and to meet the day. Now I want you to experiment seeing or sensing this vision with your eyes open. So slowly open your eyes and still retain a strong awareness of your vision. Now, close your eyes again and take a better look. This time, I want you to walk into the vision and notice how it feels inside it. Adapt and adjust anything necessary so that it resonates with the look, the feel, and the sound of being inside your life. Vision it close to your heart. Notice how it feels to have it at the center of your chest. Now, open your eyes, still holding it in your heart. This is how it feels to have your vision aligned with your own heart. In a few moments during our prayer time, we'll take a moment to write down the vision that you and God have created together. In your bulletins, there is a sheet of paper that I've either attached or slipped inside that says my goals for 2016. During the prayer, I'll ask you to write those goals down and then to hold those goals you've written in your hands as we dedicate them, asking for God's blessing upon them and asking for God's strength and encouragement to live them out. God has created each and every one of us to be a presence, a reflection of God's own light in our own unique way. Let 2016 be the year that each of us grows in Christ's likeness, forgiving, encouraging, and cheering each other on. Let 2016 be the year that Emanuel becomes known as the beacon of light that shines in the darkness for those looking for a loving spiritual place that they can finally call their home. And all God's people said, Amen.